mobile
Mute.
4518. I'll request you to name yourself.
We are going live, Satish.
Three, two, one. Over to you, Mr. Yes.
Good morning, friends, and welcome to Live Pharma Coalition, a global knowledge and learning platform for pharma professionals. At the onset, we would like to welcome you. Thank you for your continuous support and encouragement. Today's episode is 137th episode of Live Pharma Coalition. As many of you already know, we invite industry leaders to share their views on current challenges and opportunities. And with your continuous support, we have been evolving as a global platform for learning and networking. So of late, we started 2.5 years ago as a platform for sharing knowledge. But of late, while seeing the response, many of the people, whenever the eminent speakers, they joined, and we started with our conclave concept, which is a physical event happens in between frequencies, where it is a physical event. Conclave is a whole day program where industry leaders come and they share their views on current challenges. It is a very good opportunity for networking for pharma professionals. Apart from sales and marketing professionals, LPC also creates a platform for manufacturing, supply chain, academics, R&D, and also global pharma professionals. So before going ahead, a quick session on what is LPC. Skip it. Just 1 minute. Yes. My slide is visible. So welcome to Live Pharma Coalition, a global knowledge and networking
Now it's
platform.
visible, sir.
Yes. So first of all, thank you very much. One reinforcement. Due to our continuous engagement of pharma professionals, we have been awarded as a Pharma Ratna Universe 2022 Healthcare Webinar of the Year. And it was a great moment for each one of us who are associated with LPC for last 2.5 years to feel proud. Okay, we look forward for your continuous support. This is the executive member team who have been supporting LPC continuously every week, every Sunday, also in conclaves, to make LPC a truly global platform for learning and sharing. Right? Thank you very much. These are some of the eminent mentors and advisors who have been present in LPC virtual sessions, conclaves, and they share their views, and they also feel proud of being associated with Live Pharma Coalition. We are very much grateful and thankful to each of these great personalities, and we look forward for their continuous support in future also. These are some of the pictures of our conclaves, LPC 100 conclaves, which happened in Mumbai. It was a grand success. Followed by that, LPC 125th conclave in Ahmedabad, again a big, huge, grand celebration, a 125th episode, and then LPC Pharma Conclave 3.0, which happened recently in SIS College of Management, where we involved academicians and students in a huge number. So after this all, we are very confident to go global very shortly, and we are very happy to announce LPC 150 conclave in very near future. Sunday, 5th March 2023 will be a grand celebration, and very shortly we'll share about the details about the venue and other details. It is going to be a bigger, brighter, and better conclave in LPC. We look forward for all your support for LPC conclave. And We are really thankful to Imagica Health for their continuous support in live streaming our sessions, virtual sessions through Facebook and YouTube. And today's session is one of the very important session for pharma professional, particularly those who are in the field, pharma sales, management, and PMT, marketing professionals. LPC 137 leadership, evolving role of key account managers in pharma. As you know, key account management is one of the evolving role. Very much, most of the pharma companies are coming out with a separate division. And those companies who are not having separate division, they engage their first line and second line managers as an additional responsibility of key account management. So what is key account? How do we define key account? How to do mapping of key account, and how to develop a plan of converting key account for our business. This is what our today's speaker, Satish Sarthi, is going to share. Mr. Satish Sarthi is a senior training manager in Alchem Laboratories. So we are really thankful to Satish for accepting our invite and being part of LPC for second time. Satish has already come as a speaker, and to moderate the session along with me, I have Mr. Arpan Kumar Paul, which is a core team member of LPC, always there and known as a storyteller and evolving as a corporate to campus to corporate champion in pharma industry. So thank you very much, Arpan. Now I just want to have a brief from Satish Sarthi. Satish, what are you going to share? Just 1 minute briefing.
Sure. Thank you very much, LPC, for having me here. I would like to share my perspectives on need of key account management and a few concepts related with it. In today's sales management, it's a buzzword. So I will talk about what is key account management, how is it different than conventional selling models, then how to identify a key account management, what are the certain principles which are involved in key account management, and what are the types of key account management. That's going to be the takeaway from this session.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much once again. We look forward to learn from you. And Arpan, what is your overview about this concept? Arpan.
Thank you so much, Yashwant sir, and very good morning to all of you across the country who join every Sunday morning for a wonderful learning session on this India's #1 pharma learning platform, that is Life Pharma Coalition. In fact, today the topic that we have for our session today is really relevant in today's scenario as far as the pharmaceutical industry is concerned. But before coming to that, sir, the things that we need to maintain is that the first principle that I believe that we need to have to be successful in our professional journey is that we should not fool ourselves. Because our biggest enemy is nobody else but our own ego. And the day we stop trying to feed this false ego, true freedom begins. And the things that mean a lot to us eventually cease to exist. The people in our lives, however dear they may be, they depart one day. And the precise moment when it would happen is also unknown to us. So who knows, we may leave before they do. Youth fades, beauty is replaced, feelings change, and the list is endless. Well, it is pretty scary. So always remember that life will throw challenges to all of us, but be sure that the strength to overcome them will also be given to us. So take every challenge as an opportunity, because within every challenge lies an opportunity. We just need to look at it as a coin, which has a heads on one side and the tails on the other. Don't be sad that you have got a tails, because the head is on the other side. So coming to key account management, which Mr. Satish Sarthi is going to throw light upon today, I think pharma people working in the hospitals have to be very competent as far as key account management is concerned, because that is a place from where a huge chunk of business is going to come to every pharma company. And as we say that India is the pharmaceutical capital of this world, because the maximum production of medicines take place here. And we have indeed had leaders from wonderful companies who at least contribute to 12 to 13% of the total pharmaceutical production of this country. And we have had great learnings on this subject. But today, Mr. Satish is going to dwell upon a very specific part, that is the key account management. And let us welcome Satish Sarthiji to LPC so that we can learn a lot of things from him as far as key account management is concerned. Thank you so much. Over to you, Yashwant sir.
Thank you very much, Arpan. Thank you very much. And before handing over to Satish, today we have done a wonderful thing, new initiative, and we have some live audience today on our Facebook and YouTube. So we welcome all our live audience. We request them to put on their videos. Deepak Takale, welcome. Sanjay Maurya, Abhishek Pandya, Abhi Tiwari. So we welcome you all, and please put on your videos. And if possible, you can have your name and designation. You can give a brief introduction about yourself, your name, which company you are working, and what designation. Anyone can, all of you, please put on your videos. And then we will go through the session. So by the time our live participant, they put on their video and share their views or their introduction. Satish Sarthi is having 23 years of experience in pharmaceuticals, in companies like Lupin. Then he has worked in Piramal Healthcare. He has worked in companies like Wokhard, UCB Pharma, Dabur India Limited, and Biocon and Amcure Pharmaceuticals. Currently, Satish is Senior Training Manager in Alchem Laboratories. So for his expertise is concerned, apart from basic therapy training of cardiodiabetes, neuropsychiatry, derma, and gastroenterology, he is champion in managerial development program, key account management, and also bringing some novelty in training. He is innovative, very innovative and creative in his sessions, and instructional designing is one of his forte. So we are really thankful to Satish for joining today's session. And Deepak, can we have your introduction? Deepak, Sanjay, put on your videos. Come on live. Okay. So after session is over, we can have their views, no issue.
Yes.
But we are thankful to those who have joined live. And over to Satish for the session.
Okay. Thank you very much, LPC. Thank you, Yashwant Mishra, sir. Thank you, Mr. Arpan, for having me here. So, as you said, Arpan, that the trend is changing. Now, the trend is changing in the pharma sales management towards key account management. Now, what is key account management? Before I get into my presentation, if you see, gone are the days when we used to meet the customer, and then even in a hospital, and he would give us the ample amount of sales and prescription which we wanted from him. Now, with the arrival of biggies like Apollo and various other big hospital, what has happened in pharma space is that not only a doctor is a decision maker when it comes to making the product available in the pharmacies. In fact, more than the doctor, it is the body which is accountable for making the brand or product available in the formulary. So, to concept-wise speaking, this is key account management in pharma perspective. Now, it is not that we are not aware of it. We are aware of it. One, two, there are a lot of companies, they have dedicated key account management business unit as well. But the question is this sufficient to have key account management team? And the answer is partly yes. So where is the deficit then? The deficit is not having a proper key account management approach. So there lies for me opportunity for me to speak over it. So let me let me share my slide. Is my slide visible?
Yes, visible.
Okay, thank you very much for confirmation. So I will talk about evolving role of key account management in pharma. Now, a very important question comes to mind is that why in the first place key account management is required when we already have, or organizations have, a business unit in place dedicated for key account. So there are twofold answers, friends. One answer is that it's good to have key account business unit already in place, which means you have started the business towards key account management. However, the key account management, if you look at it from the perspective of a research, and this is a global research, so I would like to pay your attention towards the bottom text, which says that I'm going to share a research perspective from a global consulting organization, that is Shelley Group. The Shelley Group is based at US, and they did one research in 2006 on the need of key account management. And this is published literature by the name Negotiation Resource International Buyers Behaviors 2001. And let me tell you, this organization has got more than 2,000 purchasers over years for this particular literature. So coming back to the key perspective, there are four major perspectives from this research, global research. First perspective is that what customer think of sales in the key account. They think that the seller is enemy, trustworthy, pushy, aggressive, manipulative, unreliable, opinionated, arrogant, poor listener, big talker. So if I use one word, what they mean to say is, what they think is that all negative, not positive about people in the sales. And let me tell you, this is a whooping big number, that is 82%. However, if you see the positive side, only 18% customers think that salesperson in the positive term. So obviously the take home for us is that we need to change our image in the mind of customers. Now the second perspective from this is, what is important to customers who are in the key account? First important thing is that they want salespersons, they want competent salesperson. They also want total solution for their institute. They also want quality of offering and price also. Now, many times people who are in pharma sales, there is a major belief that what is everything in key account management is the price. But interestingly, this research tells us that price has only 18% importance in the eyes of customers when it comes to key account, whereas 39% customers importance is salesperson competence, which means that if the salesperson is competent, they would like to do the business with the organization, sales organization, pharma sales organization. Now the third dimension of the customer is customer expectation. What do customers expect? So what customers expect is that they want to have accountability for their desired results. Their desired result means, let's talk about Apollo Hospital. If Apollo Hospital is in the business, they would like to have a happy customer who has been discharged from their hospital. Not only a happy customer, a customer, if at all he falls sick, he should once again choose Apollo Hospital as an example, as a preferred hospital for his healthcare need. Also, the other expectations are the person should understand the business model of the key account, that is Apollo or any other institute in this case. He is knowledgeable of the application and he is easily acceptable. And this salesperson should be in a position to solve problem. Now, coming to what customers want, what they want is substantiated value and total solutions, not just product and services. So here I would like to quote one example which comes from my own experience. When I was working for an organization, Emcure Pharmaceuticals last year. In Pune, we have a hospital called Sahyadri Hospital. We have other hospital, Noble Hospital also. So, and Emcure as an organization has a good business received from these organizations like Sahyadri and Noble. So the Noble Hospital approached us for us, basically our key account manager, for having a program for their paramedical staff. And then I was chosen to speak on the customer sensitivity, how to keep customers happy, and time management. So these are the topics I conducted. Now what I did is, naturally, I provided a solution, not for their patients directly, but for their own hospital. Because if paramedical staff is well trained, well behaved, well groomed, they will treat the patients very well with empathy, which will lead to better business opportunities for them, right? So friends, I would like to conclude by saying key account management makes a global call in Indian scenario. Now, having understood the key account management requirement, let's understand what would be the role of top management for supporting key account management. All of you are experienced professionals. You understand that role of top management is very, very crucial for success of field. So the top management, I would like to say that 4 major roles of top management is there. One role is that top management needs to facilitate the sales team to learn the global practices available in the key account management space. Secondly, top management needs to develop a practical key account management framework to effective key account mapping and key account development, because these are the 2 major drivers for the business of key account management. And the third requirement from management is that they need to sharpen on a continuous basis certain skill sets of the people involved in key account management. Now, it is not only salesperson, it is also the key account management involved, medical team, it is also the marketing team. In fact, anybody who is involved in the circle, he needs to have certain skills. Okay. The 4th management role is achieve business with more accounts by executing this approach. Friends, having understood the top management's role in key account management, let's understand what is key account. In short, I would like to say that a key account is an account or hospital or institute which has huge business potential and where there are more than one decision makers. So 2 things are very crucial over here. 1, the business potential is very high. 2, there are more than one decision makers involved in key account. This is the crux of key account. Not only this, key account are customers of strategic importance. So when I use the word strategic over here, I want to say that it is a strategic approach, not for 4 months business, not for 6 month business, but for business in the long run. That is, 2 years down the line, 4 years down the line, what will be the business volume? What will be the products which will be available and selling in that particular key account? And the last but not the least is, under the definition of key account, if we lost that particular account, it would have a significant on the business of a pharma sales organization at the end of the year, right? So in one line, I would like to conclude that key account is of a strategic, important business unit. Having understood the key account, a very pertinent question comes to mind is that how to identify key account, right? So let's spend some time on understanding how to identify a key account. So here, BCG, that is Boston Consulting Group, has proposed a matrix to all organizations which want to do with the key account management. So it's a 1 by 1, it's a 2 by 2 matrix. On so one hand, what we take is a business potential of that key account. or hospital or institute. And at the bottom, we take business returns coming from that particular hospital or institute. So potential is in the order of low to high, and the business return at the bottom is also from low to high. So there are four possibilities, friend. One possibility number one is that potential as well as the business return both are high from that particular institute. But the situation is that we have not been able to gain the business which we expect from the hospital. Now, I would like to question from Deepak. Deepak, as you are attending this session right from the beginning, can I ask you a question, or Deepak or for anyone who is attending this session?
Yes, please ask.
Okay, so according to you, what will be the approach of the pharma company or manager in this bracket? When the potential is high, as well as the business return is also high, but not as per the expected volume.
So, per my opinion is concerned, organization should focus how to maximize the business return, building relationship, and how to maximize the business return. I invite other live viewers also if they want to share something. Yes. Yes,
Maybe
anyone want to
Yatin,
share?
Yes, sir.
Yatin bhai, very
Please
seasoned
please
professional
tell your
with
name and
27 years of experience. Yatin bhai, you can share your thought.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Key account management is very essential nowadays. And again, if you train your staff, then they can extract more business from these hospitals. And for the same, we need to have our perfect attention for the same. But the problem is investment of the salary on the staff. And if you take a new guy for this to do this thing, then you have to pay to the newer person. So that cost may go high. So it is better that whatever staff you have, you train them for the same, and you get the business. So this is my view.
Wonderful view, wonderful, Yatin. Please put on your videos. Everyone, please put on your videos. So anyone else want to share? Good view, very good view.
I would
Yes.
like to share something here.
Yes, Amrit,
So,
please put on your
yeah,
video if possible.
Yeah. Actually, I'm outside somewhere.
No issue.
No problem,
yeah,
Dr. Amrit.
Yeah. So, a couple of years ago, I was working with DocPlexus, which is India's pharma B2B portal. So it works with the pharma businesses. So I was a key account manager for the Sanofi. So I was handling around 12 projects of Sanofi for the DocPlexus. So what I realized is that the key account management is such a niche area where you are not actually getting the business for the company, but you are maintaining the business for your organization. And for the client, it is highly important. So for the client, we have to play a major role, like you are like an advisor for them. So that, and you have to be also, you can say, trustful person for that company, because as they have given you the contract, so you should have the knowledge for the subject as well as the what are the services which we are giving. We should be definitely abiding with that. And one step ahead of that, the key account manager should have a personal relationships with the client. So that is also a most important in the key account management.
Wonderful, wonderful share. And as you mentioned,
This may
DocPlexus
be
is very good in key account
Yeah.
management. One of the example you gave. Yes, yes,
Yes, sir.
please. Anyone want to share?
इसमें सर अभी और आप डेप्थ में जाएंगे ना, तो कुछ
Yes,
प्रोडक्ट
yes.
ऐसी है, some products are there which is prescribed exclusively by the doctors, and they
Right.
bounds to get it available in their chemist shop. कोई well established product होगा, कोई innovative product होगा, so they don't having anything to be bargained with the company to get it available, and they bound to get it at their chemist, Apollo Hospital,
Right.
whatever it may be. So if I take Apollo Hospital as a group, or if I take Zydus Hospital as a group, if I am connecting with the customer, and customer is prescribing my product, and which is having a less competition in the market, they are bound to have it in their chemist shop without any bargaining or without any discount. So this is also one of the aspect that should be concentrated in the terms of developing the people, how to connect the doctor and how compile to sell our product, or how we compile to hospital to sell our product. So this is also one of the aspect of the management.
Of course,
Very
Real, true.
Right.
Okay. Anyone else want to share? There's a wonderful way that we are happy that you all are not only listening and participating, but you are sharing your view. That is the wonder, that is the uniqueness of LPC. Everyone is welcome to share. Yes, anyone want to share any view on this as of now?
I would like to invite optional Kasim Bhai, Sujit, Kaushal
Yes.
Sa, Sridhar.
You can put on your video also. Okay, so we can go ahead later on after the presentation is over. We'll take their views.
Yes,
Hai na, Sapir?
yes.
You can
yes.
share your presentation.
Very true.
Thank you very much, everyone. Keep on sharing your views. Even in chat
Is
box.
my slide visible? Yashwant sir?
Yes,
Is
yes,
my-
visible.
Right. So I asked the question that should be our approach as a pharma organization professional or a key account manager towards when high potential account wherein we are not able to tap the business fully. So the keyword over here is develop. We have to develop that particular key account. Another bracket or matrix of the key account is where potential is high as well as potential is high, and also the business return is also high. That in a very, very natural sense becomes a key account manager for us. Now, third scenario can be the business return is high, however, the potential is low. So what we need to do? So the answer is we need to exploit business from those kind of institute or hospital. And the fourth bucket in the quadrant is that when the potential itself is low, business return is also low. So the question is what needs to be done? And the answer is maybe it will be a good idea to shut down operation in that particular institute, because currently business return is low and also the potential is low. That is how, we will be able to do due justice with the
Hi,
other.
Mishra sir, Rudra this side. Sorry to intervene.
Hi, Rudra, please tell me.
Yeah. I was just listening to the speaker. It is one of the unique topic. So, sir, first one thing all have to understand is that we are a facilitator, right?
True.
I work to an organization which is having 2000 odd products. I cannot go and buy out all the USPs of all 2000 products, right? So
Correct,
here
correct.
my approach will be a bit different. I don't know how many will agree or not agree. Let us have a understanding of this cycle. Account finalization should be done by therapy team. Okay.
True.
Let it make it very clear. Step number
According
one.
to potential.
Yeah, according to potential. Account finalization to be done by therapy team. Prescription generation in that account to be done by therapy team. Okay.
True.
Once the prescription generation started, and after that, the main role of a key account is that he will take all that 50 odd, 60 odd product and the intent form, which has to be filled by a respective doctors. Every hospital have that. That CAM account will take and go to the respective heads, and he will get the product entry. Okay. After the product got entry, the purchaser will give the order for that product and the stock will come into the hospital. Okay. Then the liquidation part will be done by therapy team, because they are the one who are meeting to the doctor as per the criteria A plus 4 visit, A 3 visit, XYZ of a different company. Once the prescription started and the liquidation started, the refilling work where both CAM and the therapy team should go and work. So this is a viscous cycle which each and every individual should understand. What happened? Let have a repercussion of this. I have chosen my account 50, okay? And a therapy team is not bothered about that. He is saying that for you, that account is potential, because every bed, if you do a calculation how the pharmacist plays an important role on each and every bed, so they will say that every account which is 100 plus bed are potential account. But I am not working, my coverage is not there, then there is no work. Because rightly now sir told, one is a head, another is a tail. It's the same side of a same coin. So one has to understand this viscous cycle very carefully. Okay, see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And once this happens, the tiki-taka goes in such a fantastic way. Like nobody could even imagine that, okay, I can get this much amount of a business for an organization. After that, your TOD model comes. After that, your different aspects will come. You are a monopoly in the market. X, Y, Z will go. So this was my view to content.
Thank you very much, Rudra, and very rightly you said. You can put on your video also.
Sir,
You're
actually,
rightly.
I am with my daughter.
Got it. No issue, no issue. So the point you have shared is very important because it's a critical component in success of key account. Until unless local team is not in tandem in synchronization of key account, question of success will be a big question, right? So local team which is working for prescription and key account manager which is working for the bulk order, there should be very good synergistic effect between them, collaboration between them. Then only this concept will be successful. That is a very important point you shared. Right. Thank you very much, Rudra, for sharing. Over to Kushal. Kaushal want to share something. Yes.
Sir, as sir rightly mentioned, the possibility of the outcome of this any hospital, it depends on the coordination. If
Exactly.
A therapy team is working on the prescriptions, but many of time in many hospitals, prescription is not possible when the product is not available. So availability part is also an issue. So as per my understanding, if any hospital, a key account manager and therapy team, if they work synergistically, then the success of the business is generated from that hospital. So coordination.
That's the reason I have explained the entire cycle.
True.
What happens? You make the product available, the prescription is not there. The hospital purchase will say, अरे भैया तूने तो माल रखवा दिया, तेरा पर्चा ही नहीं है मार्केट में. और दूसरे तरफ से ये होगा कि भैया तेरा पर्चा बहुत है बट तेरा चर्चा ही नहीं हो रहा है क्योंकि तेरा माल ही नहीं है. So the idea is that let the account be selected by the person who is there, who is working in the ground. He will know that कि sir ये account मेरा मैंने select किया, अब चलो दोनों जन. That's why I have explained you the cycle. Step 1, step 2, step 3 में जब आप आते हो तो वहां से आपका रोल चालू होता है. फिर स्टेप 4 में चलो माल अवेलेबल हो गया, सब कुछ हो गया, लिक्विडेशन ही नहीं है सर. कोड भी खुला हुआ है मार्केट में, भैया माल भी अवेलेबल है बट लिक्विडेशन ही नहीं है. भाई साहब जाके डॉक्टर को मिल ही नहीं रहे. So that's the reason I explain you that entire viscous cycle.
True. Very good. Yes, Kaushal, go ahead. Kaushal, you want to share some more thing?
हाँ, the main thing वही था sir. They both are working individually. If the coordination is there, then output is been there.
And coordination will be possible only when we give credit to the local person. He says कि जो bulk order मिलेगा वो तो आपके target में जाएगा, company मेरे target में तो count करती नहीं है उसको, ये problem होता है. So he should also get some credit of that business, bulk business, not all, but some credit. But then only he will be motivated to share information, collaborate with the key account manager. That company should think how to give credit to that local person because he is getting credit only for the prescription being generated outside that. All the bulk drug going to the supply of the centralized supply. Okay. Yes, Satish sir. Over to you. Good discussion, but good discussion. Yes.
Right. In fact, I would like to, in the line of what you said, Mr. Sir, in the line, I would like to share my experience of working in other organizations. I worked for one organization. They had a model of, giving credit of 50%. So let's say the name of the city is Indore. So, and there is a particular hospital. Let's say the business volume generated is 6 lakh. So 3 lakh rupees credit will go to the local sales team and the 3 lakh rupees credit will go to the key account manager of that territory. So it's a 50-50% model. Okay.
Yes, good. So many companies can work out some different way, not only the same, but there is a lot of options are there, possibilities are there. Okay, you can go ahead with the presentation. Others, thank you very much for sharing your views. At the end of the presentation, again, you are welcome to share your views. Yes, visible, your PPT visible.
Right. So coming to the key account management, more from the point of view of definition, so that the directives are set. So it's a systematic approach to manage the business, grow the business. And here the mutual respect or value for the account is important from the pharma sales organization. It's not that I will win, but you don't win. It is a win-win situation for the hospital as well as for the pharma sales organization. Second thing is that it has to be of a long-term nature. It can't be short-term. Agar short-term rahega, to business grow will not be there. And not only this, it has to be for a sustainable business development. Now, with this understanding of key account management, let's move on and understand key account management in pharma sales, how to go ahead about it. So as Rudra was saying that, identification part. So the identification is very important, identification of accounts, hospital, institutions. And then step 2, making a long-term mutually beneficial plan, which is tailor-made for each account. So let's say, for example, if there is an instance in Sahyadri Hospital may have a different business module versus Noble Hospital from Pune may have a different business module. So now as a pharma sales organization, my approach has to be tailor-made according to need of both the hospitals. I can't say कि अरे मैंने plan बनाया Noble Hospital का, so I will go ahead with that plan only. So because Sahyadri Hospital, as an example, would say no, my business of model is different. I don't want to go ahead with what you are offering to Noble Hospital. So this is the kind of situation which comes. Now, the third dimension is that we need to manage relationship of both prescribers as well as influencers. Typically pharma sales person, what he does is that his skill lies in converting the prescriber. But unfortunately, in key account management scenario, what is important is that the salesperson or key account manager has to be also effective in influencing the decision maker. So this decision maker can be purchase officer. This decision maker can be, the administrator
Pharmacy
of
head.
the hospital. Yeah, you want to say something, Mishra sir?
No, pharmacy head also can be
Pharmacy, it
decision.
can be pharmacy head also, right? Now, what are the few challenges? Let's discuss them, because discussing these challenges will give us way out for how to manage this situation. So the major challenges in my experience, what I have seen is that the key accounts are very demanding. Key accounts are very complex. Key accounts generally require handling multiple level of people. So it is not only doctor, it can be purchase, it can be policy makers of the hospital, so on and so forth. And the completion threat is close in time. The time which is given by the key account is not very high. You don't have a sweet time of 2 months to supply the products. The requirement is in the next week and they will place the order. That is the kind of situation prevails. Vulnerability is high, meaning what? Meaning that agar aapne us particular rate pe supply nahi kiya, within a span of time, your business is gone, my dear friend. And then you lose the business for 6 months or 1 month down the line. And then expectation from company is very high. वो बोलेंगे मुझे ये भी दे दो, ये भी दे दो, ये भी दे दो, ये भी दे दो, ये सब रहेगा. Anybody would like to share their own personal experience with regards to this challenges or would like to add to the list? Please feel free to do so.
I want to add one point only, and
Yes,
that point is, it is lot of perseverance is required, because everyday prescription you will not get. Just you get in trade, right? You go to the doctor, he likes your product, he can give every day, he can give you prescription, or in chronic therapy, every day you can give 1 or 2 hypertensive patient, anti-diabetic patient. But here, key account manager, a lot of perseverance, relationship is required, because once in 6 months, once in a year, you get the indent, and then only your opportunity is there. And remaining 11 months or 5 months, 6 months, you have to do groundwork, relationship building. That is what is required in key account management. Although the amount of volume of the order will be in lakhs and crores, but lot of patience is required. That is my view. Okay, you can go ahead, Satish sir.
Yeah, very true, sir. So, friends, having understood the challenges, let's move to the very important thing, difference. We will not have a very great length of interaction over here, because all of you are well experienced pharma professional. But just from the concept point of view, I would like to share the difference. So conventional selling, what happens is that the focus is on the transaction of business. And whereas in case of key account, there is a great deal of planning is involved. In case of conventional selling, the contact with customer is happen only during sales. However, when it comes to key account selling, the contact is lifetime value and contact with the customer. And conventional selling, the major contact is with prescribers. However, in case of key account selling, the contact is not only with the doctors, but it is also from all people who are influential in that hospital. So it can be pharmacist, it can be paramedic, it can be combination approach, both. And conventional selling, in case of conventional selling, only salesperson deals with the customer. However, when it comes to key account selling, the total team from the pharma company needs to approach the key account for generating business. Now, having understood the difference between conventional selling, let's understand what are the types of key account or what are the approaches. So if you see this visual over here, what I have done is on the left hand side, I have showed the various stakeholders involved in the pharma sales organization. So there is a BU head, there is a marketing head, there is a medical department, there is a research R&D department or R&D support, and the sales head is there. And then these are all people, pharma organization people are supported by a person, key account manager. Now let's go to the key account side. Here you see in the key account, there are directors, there are marketing people of the hospital, there are key influencers, HODs, and then there are administrator and purchase people are there. Now, the first type of key account is that basic type of key account. So what is the major differentiator in the, what is the way to identify the basic key account approach over here is that both of them, that is pharma sales organization and key account, are working with their own objectives, and they are not aligning so much. They have their own way to do things when it comes to business. Now, so in this account, what happens is that there is only interaction between account manager and key doctors. Others involve only occasionally to the support when required. And then there is a purely business relationship. And then the exchange of information is a very little over there between the pharma sales organization and the key account. Now, this is called basic type of key account. And then we come to the integrated key account type, which is a evolved. I was talking about the, the topic itself is evolving key account management. So what is that evolution? Evolving role is the integrated key account type. So here, if you see the visual carefully, we find that there is a BU head, and this particular pharma sales organization's BU head is interacting with the director of the key account. The marketing team of pharma sales organization is interacting with the marketing of the key account, and medical and R&D support is also interacting with the key influencers, HOD, and the sales head is also having an interaction or negotiation or a closing deal with the administration and purchase. Then, so that is how this integrated key account. So if you see the okay, before rather than me sharing this answer, I would like to ask, take audience poll over here. Would anybody like to share what will be the benefit of this particular model, friends? In terms of business, what is the success percentage, higher or lower, with this business model approach or this business approach? Anyone?
Anyone can share, and if you want, you can put on your video also. You are welcome to participate. Yes.
What does your experience say? What will it be helpful? Not so helpful?
Sir, integrated model is more helpful as
Right.
Involvement of the upper hierarchy is also involved. So they are also taking care of and where the challenges comes across. But as far as that key account manager for the pharma salespeople, it is, I have observed personally, it helps. But many of time when it comes to hospital part, the director part are not directly involved to this marketing people or purchase influencer. The local team is also effective, or they are also dealing all the deals when it comes to business part. From sales perspective, for pharma company, this model is more helpful for the business generation.
Very good information sharing, Kaushal Shah. Right. So every company is a different prospect way of dealing with that. As you told, directors are not always interacting, but selective intervention. Whenever there is a need, they intervene, they talk to director of Apollo Hospital, and that is how they maintain the relations. That is what point I want to give. Anyone else having any idea or any opinion want to share? Deepak, Rudra, Arvind, Dr. Amrit, Surajit Mishra, Yatin, Ramakant Sahu.
I have an opinion for the integrated model. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
My opinion says that, see, let me understand if I am a key account manager. Okay. I will go and visit to the respective stacks of the hospital 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Once the negotiation deal close, half of the work is done. Okay. And rightly mentioned by sir, as per the BCG matrix, one has to understand that rate plays an 18% of the part. Okay. What happens if my products are not getting entered into that account? Will I visit that account? Yes or no? Then one has to understand that it is not only the sales, it is after sales service. One has to understand the model of automobile, sir. Basically, if you see how the automobile industry generates the volume, it doesn't generate the volume from the selling of the car. They generate the volume after sales service of the car. So here, if each and every stakeholders are being visited, I can understand they are very much busy. They doesn't have that much role to play. But yes, if they are well versed with the company, they are well versed with the person whom they are interacting, then our ball game become very easy. Suppose I will give a live example from a JB perspective. Okay. In ESIC tender, okay, though it's an institution tender, 3 times we were knocked out, sir, because of a silly mistakes. No issue. We have met to the respective stakeholders and we have a very strong respect in their mind for a company. This time also, one paper, because of technical issue, they have made us default. If I want to go with the loan licensor, it make a lot of time for me to understand. Then we contact that person. He told that, okay, this was one part which was been missing. If you can help it. We did it and we got 3 product entered, sir. So integrated model plays always an important role. One have to understand where I have to play which game in this bargaining of the business.
True, very true. Very true. Right. Anyone else, any opinion? Thank you, Rudra, for sharing your view, and it is very much relevant in today's contest. Okay, and there are a lot of success stories, as Rudra shared about JB's story. There are many more success stories are there. Okay, Satish sir, you can take ahead for the next session. Then we will take opinion from each one of them. Yes,
Sure.
This we have understood.
Yeah. So now let us understand what are the from the organization point of view, what are the organization has to understand at the end of the day, what are the needs of key account manager. So one is that what are the common customer expectations and demands. We have to understand that. Organization has to understand that. Who wins order with key accounts and why? So as Rudra was saying, it is not the only sales which is accountable or responsible for that. It is the entire team which is there, which has to be in picture. And what are the challenges in winning the orders? Like again, Rudra quoted the example of, one silly mistake was there, and then it led to the not getting order.
Yes.
And what kind of information will help us win orders? So these are the major 4 key account management needs from the pharma organization point of view. So now I am towards the last mile of my session or leg of my session. So the question is how to go about key account management. So there are 2 major components in key account management as a concept or as a driving force. One part is key account mapping and the second part is key account development. Now they are sequentially in nature. Now what is key account mapping? Mapping is that the first data collection should be there. Based on that, there should be a categorization of the key account. Then based on that, individual accounts should be mapped with. Now there can be online model to map the account. There can be offline or paper-based model to map the account. Then comes the part that is key account development plan. Now key account development plan includes a lot of preparation on the part of key account managers and the medical department. Now there is a lot of, in this phase, that is key account development phase, there has to be a lot of exchange of information, sharing of ideas between the key account manager and the medical team and the marketing team. For example, let's say ki 2-3 days ago there was a world viral World AIDS Day was there. Now let's say Apollo is planning one social activity or marketing campaign on the World AIDS Day. So, and let's say Alchem as an organization is also present in the oncology segment. So can there be a program exclusively designed, which is actually designed by the marketing department of Alchem as an organization, and so mutually agreed plan, and those information details which are available, they are shared. So there is a execution uh, by the key account manager, there is a tracking of the business, there is a monitoring of the business unit, as Mishra sir gave the example, over a period of time, on the basis of need, BU head is having interaction with the uh, major
Director.
key stakeholder from the hospital. So this is a holistic approach, key account management. Now, that's all from my side, and I would be more than happy.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Satish. Wonderful presentation. The best part is it was crisp and to the point. So you explained. Many of us already are aware about what is key account. We have heard of this word, but the way you have defined key account management and you showed the innovative model, the conventional model and integrated model of key account management was wonderful. And last but not least is the components of key account mapping and key account development. This is a wonderful way. It will be very much useful for all our pharma sales and marketing professionals to work on them, right? So the very good clarity you have given. Now up to them how they are taking it and working on it. So we are really thankful to you. It is a wonderful session. Now the session is open for discussion. Rudra want to share something. Yes, Rudra, go ahead.
Basically, sir, I have got one step ahead after your training, what you have trained to us regarding that bamboo tree and grass, right?
Yes,
in my
yes,
initial days when I got this key account manager respective responsibility, I have made a model like whenever my BU head or a senior VP or a president visit to any of the town or any of the state, I have that TP with me. I ensure that suppose Mr. X is in Chandigarh. So I know that okay, this is the key most important account of Chandigarh. So sir's visit is with the respective stakeholder. Suppose a Dilip sir is going to Delhi. So I ensure that he visit ILBS, he visit Gangaram, because see, getting their time is most difficult part for us. And if this could happen, so even a hospital will understand, no, this company is very much serious, because we are not that big company with 1700 or 1800 SKU. You talk about Alkem, they have 1500 plus. You talk about Cipla, 2100. You talk about Sun Pharma, 2400 SKU. JB is a company which hardly have 360 SKU. And in this 360 SKU, I take a pride to share all 10 national accounts which are there in a country. JB has a rate contract with all of them, sir. And thanks to you, after your training, I remember this was been possible, because one have to understand key account is nothing but it's like a bamboo tree. It takes time to grow, but once it grow, its roots are so deepened into the soil that nobody can understand how deep it is. So that was one of the things. Because sir, key account management ना, like वो एक नमक होता है सर. अगर ज्यादा हो गया तो लोग आपको थूक देंगे, और कम होगा तो बोलेंगे यार बहुत फीका है, मजा नहीं आ रहा है. So you have to be like a salt in that recipe. You have to be maintained properly. बहुत अच्छा खाना है, नमक ज्यादा हो गया कोई खाएगा नहीं. बहुत अच्छा खाना है, नमक कम है, फिर भी कोई खाएगा नहीं. तो वो जो नमक है ना, वो हम है सर, की अकाउंट मैनेजमेंट. That's it from my
Wonderful, Rudra. Wonderful way of explanation for the benefit of all the viewers and the speakers. Rudra Pratap Rai is heading the hospital business of JB Pharma. Okay, he is die-hard committed and leader where believes in building people. So thank you very much, Rudra, for sharing your very practical views you have shared. I can see a trainer being involved in you, leadership coach being involved in you. But as you mentioned, JB Pharma, good people for good health. That is how you people are evolving. And it is really the way you have been evolving and keeping a dent in the market, creating an equity is wonderful. And this key account management team is definitely going to share, going to evolve support in the entire JB Pharma's business. So others, please share your views. Others, you're open to share your Amrit, Dr. Amrit,
Yeah.
Deepak, Kaushal. Yes, Dr. Amrit.
Yes. Yeah. So wonderful insights that I have received from Mr. Satish. In fact, me and Satish ji, we together work in the same organization, but I was not aware about his qualities, I must say. So it was wonderful learning. He sent this invite in the morning, and I told him that I will also join. And
Great.
thank you so much, Satish ji, and thank you, Learning Pharma Conclave coalition, I must say, because I
Yes,
am just new to this platform, but definitely in future also I would like to participate in such kind of forums. And it's a wonderful organization, and thanks a lot for everyone for this.
thank you
Yeah.
very much, Dr. Amrit. We also look forward to you as a speaker in this forum. And
Sure,
thank you
sure,
very much for
definitely.
joining today's session. Anyone else? Deepak, your views? Ramakant Sahu, your view? Yateen? Yes, Deepak.
Thank you so much, Satish sir, for giving me opportunity to join this important, informative session, particularly. And I request Satish sir also keep, particularly in Alchem, we have to work on this key account management to tagging these important hospitals, corporate hospitals, or social hospitals also. They will give having the huge opportunity for business, particularly for Alchem, sir.
True, Deepak. Thank you. Thank you very much for sharing your
Thank you, sir.
views. Yes, Ramakant. Yes, anyone else? Yateen, Kaushal?
हाँ sir.
Hi,
Sir, in
Yateen.
our company, the things is moved by
Yes, you're audible.
this business, sir. So we can go ahead with the newer strategy and how to go to get the business, maximum business from the these hospitals, corporate hospitals. Mr. Samit Day is doing wonderful job. Yes.
Very good. Very good. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, anyone else? So thank you very much, everyone, for joining live and sharing your views. It was a wonderful deliberation. I must thank Satish. Now I hand it over to Arpan for closing remarks. Then we'll go to Satish also for his feedback. Yes, Arpan.
Yeah, thank you so much, Yashwan sir. In fact, it was a wonderful deliberation by Satish ji. We knew what was KM, but the different aspects of KM, the different dimensions of KM, the way we can be very successful in KM, it was really something, a very good insight that we all got through his deliberation. And Rudra ji, thank you so much. In fact, we have had interactions before in training sessions where I had taken up communication skill development for the CAMs of JV Chemicals. Yes.
I think, sir,
good
I
people.
think, sorry to interrupt, because that communication helped a lot of things to us. Because what happened, once you are writing an email to a director level person, either you are writing in a past tense mode or a present or a future, and it's an active or a passive, that it was something which is a different. And even when yesterday only we closed NH deal, they were so happy that they told that, have you undergone some training for the email writing? I told it's not like that. There was some coach who have coached us. So this is something most important, because these all are the integral part. One doesn't understand, hey, मैंने तो mail कर दिया, वो देखेगा जब, but उसको पता ही नहीं mail में है क्या. And he is getting almost 500 mail in a day. And how that your mail will have that weightage. So I think one session I will request Yashwan sir on an communication writing, because that is an integral part. Because हम हिंदी में तो मेल लिख नहीं सकते आज, ना हम उर्दू में लिख सकते, ना मराठी में. तो बेस्ट पार्ट इज इंग्लिश में. अगर इंग्लिश में लिख रहे तो कैसे लिख रहे. So I think thank you, Arpan sir, for that wonderful session.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Rudra.
thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that is why it is said that a stitch in time saves 9. If we can write a concise mail comprising of very few words, but very much to the topic, very pertinent, then it's going to save us from writing another 9 mails to explain what I have written in my first mail. So that's the best part of it. Now it would be so nice if Satish ji can give a take home or his learnings from
Closing
today's session.
remarks.
We'll come to each of the participants individually. So first, Satish ji, what has been your learnings or your take home from today's LPC session? Sir, you are on mute.
Unmute.
Kindly unmute.
Yeah, thank you very much for giving the opportunity. The take home is very clear. Key account management will play a very major role in ensuring business in the growing and challenging business environment. More than one stakeholders management is very important. Higher management's encouragement to the sales team is important. And then everybody from the pharma sales organization, that is medical, marketing, salesperson, line management, and top management, if they work in tandem with each other, that will lead to the success of business generation in the key account. That's all. That's my take home.
Yeah, that's a wonderful learning, Satish sir, and we look forward to once again having you on Live Pharma Coalition. This has been your second venture on our platform, so we look forward to more and more learnings from your end. So now I'll come to Rudraji. So Rudraji, what has been your take home on today's session?
I think for me, the most important part is that we as a key account manager, our networking should be very much strong. And I was waiting that why the speaker has not spoken about blank and mutant theory, because that is something which will very much unique if the person like us are attending this session, because there are 5 types of key account manager. One is like you talk about your improvised character. Another is your team management. Another is your task management. One is a middle management kind of thing. So if that could have been explained on a matrix of a customer versus task, so that could give a more insight for the people. But yes, the session was fantastic, and I am attached to this organization, so it is very close to my heart. I have not gone for my cricket match today. I told that, I will attend this session, and my daughter was also listening. She was asking me what these people are talking about always. So it was, thank you very much, because she was with me, and she liked this, the way they spoken. And she was saying that, what is this triangle and everything is coming. She's just in 3rd standard. So she
Thank
could
you.
not
Thank
understand
you,
that.
Rudra.
So thank you very much. It was well driven. And I think now the challenge has been spread across all the company, because CAM is the next future of the pharma
Yes.
segment, I can say.
Thank you.
Yes, one of the highest profitability segment for any healthcare organization. That's very true. And Rudraji, in fact, you are basically having a plethora of experience as far as CAM is concerned. And it would definitely be a privilege to have you on our platform as a speaker, because you have said you have just shown us the tip of the iceberg. So we need to see a little bit more about this. So it would be so nice that if you can grace LPC platform with your learnings about key account management. And thank you so much for once again highlighting the bamboo and grass theory. Yes, Yashwant sir is an expert with that, as far as, because bamboo grows very slowly, but when it starts growing, it's one of the fastest growing and it grows the tallest. And the roots are deep rooted. So that is the most important part. So now next I will come over to Mr. Yatin. So what has been your learnings from today's session?
Yatin bhai, if
are you there? Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
go
I am.
over to
I am here.
yeah.
I am here.
Yes.
It's a growing business where we want to adopt the new modalities to extract it for our organization, and we need to do number of things for the same. So step by step, we can update ourselves as well as the system to get this business.
Fabulous. Very good. Thank you so much. And now, Mr. Ramakant, can we have your learnings from today's session? Are you there, Mr. Ramakant Sahu? Okay. Now I'll come over to Dr. Amrit Karmakar. So what has
Yes,
been
yes,
your learning?
of course. So first of all, thank you so much for joining me in this group. And it is really wonderful that key account management, which is the next move ahead for the any pharma company, as you rightly said, sir. So definitely the companies have to shift their focus, and as L&D professionals, we also have to look into that angle, that not only just a brand reminder will help, but the relationship building with the customer will definitely help. So we have to transform our journey just from the can detailing to the detailing as a doctor is like your advisor, or you are just a friend of a doctor who is giving a genuine advice, not just advice which is just for the promotional. So एक जैसा हम दुकान में जाते हैं, सो बनिया के जैसा हमें मार्केटिंग नहीं करना है. We have to do the marketing which is more from the realistic, as if like a one relative is or the friend is explaining the product. So that way it has to transform. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Karmarkar. Yes, in fact, it was also a privilege having you on our show. And in fact, today is a new format that we have tried to incorporate in a live pharma coalition show, where we have invited many of our guests to give their opinions. In other sessions, it was just messages that you had to send, and we used to read it out. So I think today's experiment that we started has gone on very well. And I think this is more interactive than the other part of Life Pharma Coalition. And definitely we will take this as a way forward in our learning journey. Now I'll come over to Mr. Kushal Shah for his take home from today's session.
So it's a great experience for me. It's for the first time that I'm interacting with such a talented people over here. It is definitely a new aspect that I come across with KM, and a couple of things I like to definitely take home as a cycle, that communication part and this integrated part. This all will help us to gain the business from me as well. It's definitely a very interacting session, and I personally thanks Satish sir for inviting me to join this session.
Thank you, Kushalji, for
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much for your valuable comments on this. And Mr. Ramakant Sahu, are you there? We would love to hear from you.
Okay. No, we can close then.
Yeah, then we can close. This was a wonderful session of Live Pharma Coalition, especially on CAM. And thank you so much, Satish sir, for enlightening us with such wonderful concepts about how to be successful in CAM. Because one thing is very sure, that the future of pharma sales and marketing is definitely CAM, because this is what is going to drive the business for any pharmaceutical company. Thank you, Yashwant sir, for hosting this session, and you have always been a forerunner as far as learning and sharing is concerned. Thank you to all our participants for giving your valuable opinions, giving your valuable suggestions, and also sharing your beliefs and questions on a CAM. It would be wrong of me if I don't thank Imagica Health, because they have been our support for a long time, and we look forward to your continuous support and patronage in our future learnings as well. So just a word of caution that we are still not over with COVID pandemic. So let us maintain the compulsory SMS, that is sanitization, mask and social distancing, and along with that, the vaccination that is required. Let us keep our environment clean and green, because that is the best gift that we can give to our next generation. And before we end, a small story that I generally narrate at the end of a LPC session. So this is something historic. In fact, we know Karna as Danveer Karna. So one day Arjuna asked Lord Krishna that I am such a good archer, the best in the world. Karna is not half as good as me. But then why is Karna known as Danveer Karna? I have also given such a lot of dan to people, but why am I not called the Danveer? Now, Sri Krishna was very intelligent. He presented a situation in which he said that I will give both of you a gold mountain. सोने का पहाड़ दूंगा दोनों को, and both of you have to distribute it to the people in one day. So on day one, it was Arjuna's turn to distribute the gold mountain to the people. So Arjuna went there with a big hammer and everything and started breaking the mountain by himself and distributing the gold that he was breaking from the mountain to the people or the villagers who were gathered there. But at the end of the day, he could not even break half the mountain. So the entire mountain could not be distributed. Next day, it was Karna's turn. And in this case, Karna asked the people to come with their own machines and take whatever they wanted. And within half a day, the total mountain was demolished, and every villager who had come there had taken their share of gold from the mountain, and they returned back very happily. So now Krishna told Arjun that you want everything to be done by yourself. That's why it took you so many days and you could not finish completing the task in one day. You decided how much is to be given. You didn't use teamwork and the required tools to break the mountain. Actually, you wanted credit for what you were doing. But Karna's aim was only to break the mountain in a day and distribute it to the people. He used teamwork and the required tools, but never claimed credit of giving it by his own hands. So, friends, true leaders never claim the team's credit. Instead, they stand in times of disaster. They use the right team members at the right place, using the right tools to complete a huge task in a short span of time. So that is what leadership is all about. And today we discussed about CAM, and CAM is also a team game where every person has to synchronize what they need to do, and the leader has to direct each person to do what he or she is best at doing. So it's all about what type of leadership you use, whether you would like to take the total share of credit or you would like to take a greater share of blame of the team. So the choice lies with the leader. So thank you so much, friends, because this has been indeed a great session of LPC. We tried a different format and it worked really well. So we will definitely think of making this format a regular feature of Live Pharma Coalition sessions. So thank you so much, Mr. Satish, for your deliberation. Thank you so much to the participants for your useful opinions and suggestions. And thank you so much, our audience who are watching this on a digital platform, for being with us. You have always been the inspiration and the wind below our wings so that we can fly higher. So this is Arpan Kumar Paul telling goodbye to all of you with a promise of reconnecting with you next Sunday at the same time with a new set of speakers, with a new set of thoughts and a new set of learnings. So thank you, goodbye, and namaste, and a very happy Sunday.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Bye. Bye-bye.
Yes, you can close now, Mayur.
Okay. So now from here, I'm
Yeah,
ending.
you. Yes.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great evening to all.
Thank you. Thank you, Keor.